Hello guys, welcome to Inside Electronics. So in today's episode, I'm going to show you how you can repair a power supply that is not giving out the full rated voltage. So in my case here, this is a 9 volt 1 amp power supply which is not giving out the rated capacity at this moment. So I'm going to open up this one and show you why it is not giving it out and how you can repair this as well. Before moving on to the repairing part of things, let me just give you a brief overview of this thing. Now this power supply means a lot to me because this thing brings back a lot of memories. It's a nostalgic piece for me and it's 17 years old right now. I got this power supply from my father who was an electrician. So during my school days itself I learned how to use a multimeter, how to solder things, how to check components using multimeters. Basically at that time all the multimeters were analog, not these kind of digital meters with the analog proper needles and other things. My father, because he was an electrician, he had multimeter, he had all the electronic tools, soldering irons, a lot of things basically. And during my school time itself I started playing with all those things, so I knew a lot about electronics at that time. Even though I was just playing with those, knowingly or unknowingly, I started learning slowly from him. So at that time we had one of the cassette based, cartridge based game console, video games, and it had a 9 volt power supply which blew up after continuous usage, because that was the time before computer games and mobile games were a thing. So we used it a lot, and in fact the adapter blew up, and this was the thing that my father brought from an electronic shop. And later when that device itself got damaged, this thing got to me for my personal use. And with this one I have learned a lot of things. I blew up a lot of LEDs. I directly connected, because at that time during my sixth grade I didn't know that resistors were required for an LED. So this started the electronics person inside me. So I had a lot of memories within, so I kept it safe. Till now it's working fine, no problem. The only issue with that is because it's getting old, it's not giving out the full rated capacity right now. So let me just connect it. It uses a standard jack, PC jack. So this is a linear power supply, and this is just a switch. You can see it's getting turned on. And just to clarify one more thing, just to show that it has its age, just look at this: to TV, to booster. So if you are old enough to remember Yagi-Uda antennas, before this DTH or OTT platforms were a thing, the people in India were used to having the Yagi-Uda antennas. And if you live in an area where the reception is poor, you need one of the TV boosters, the antenna boosters to say, in between your antenna and the TV line input, the antenna input of your TV, so that you will get a much better signal. It's basically a TV booster is a kind of a preamp for your video signal. I have a few of them still in my attic. I'll make a separate video for that. Just saying, if you're old enough to remember Yagi-Uda antennas. So this case was actually repurposed. This case was actually made for a TV booster, but actually now repurposed for the 9 volt adapter side. So let me just bring in the multimeter and I shall show you what the voltage is at the moment. It's giving out only 6.7 volts. So this was actually supposed to be a 9 volt power supply, but only giving out 6.7 volts. So let's open it and see what is wrong inside it. Basically, being a linear power supply, you can expect what is inside one of these. It's just a transformer and a couple of bridge rectifiers, discrete probably. Let me just open this case for you quickly. Yeah, there it goes. So inside it's just a transformer code. So it's a transformer based linear power supply. You can see there is pretty much that's inside here. This is the regulator section. It comes with the DB107 bridge rectifier, full bridge rectifier. This is actually a center tap transformer, but they're only using one tap. From this one, there's a capacitor in here which is actually rated for 470 microfarad, 16 volts, and there is a 7809 regulator in here. So that is why it's giving out 9 volts. It was giving out 9 volts, but it is not right now. You can see how much dust is inside. So this thing, for a couple of projects which I'm going to do I need a linear power supply. I cannot use SMPS based power supply, and I need specifically 9-volt linear power supplies. 1 amp is fine for that. So I was actually looking for this, and I kept it safe in my attic because it was not being used for so long. There is a chance that the capacitor has been degraded. So to bring it back to the full 9-volt capacity, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this capacitor and see whether it works or not. So for that, I have a replacement capacitor already here. It's 1000 microfarad, 35 volts, you can see. So let me just connect it in here like that. I'm going to plug it in. You can safely touch on these sides, no problem, because it's isolated from here, but not on this side. That's hot side over there. And I'm going to connect it in here like that. So it's giving out 6 volts at here. So I'm going to connect this capacitor. I hope you can see the meter. Whether I was in frame or not, I'm not sure. Anyways, yeah, 6.8 volts. I'm going to connect the capacitor in here, and let's see. Yep, there it is. It's a massive improvement. It's 9 volts now. Even the LED, I'm not sure how well you can see that. If you look at there, LED over there is glowing brighter when we are putting the proper capacitor in there. Not sure how well the camera is picking up, but replacing this cap is all it requires to bring it back to the full capacity. So I'm going to replace it. Just give me a second. And okay guys, now that it is fixed, you can see it uses a separate power supply PCB in here, a small tiny little PCB, and this was the state of capacitor that it was in there. It has clearly seen better days. You can see it has bulged a lot. It even had a mark over here, and the whole PCB was actually covered in this solder flex. Now that I have replaced it, let's turn it on. I didn't turn it on before, so let's see whether it is now giving out the full capacity or not. It is on. You can see nothing blew up or anything. So let's just connect the negative to the negative and the positive to the positive, and voila, we are getting the full 9 volts output. So that is how easy it is to fix a linear power supply like this one. If you do have one of these which is not giving out its full capacity, obviously the first thing you have to check for is the capacitors, because those will get more leaky and it will act as a resistor which actually consumes power from the transformers, so that less power comes out at the output side. So yeah, that is how we can fix a linear power supply that is not giving out its full rated capacity. Now this thing can be applied to any linear power supplies. It doesn't matter if it is not giving out the proper output voltage. You can obviously, the first thing you have to check for is the capacitors, obviously, because as I said, they can, as it gets older, they tends to become a resistor, so it will on its own limit the current that is coming out at the output side. So now that it is fixed, you can expect to see this thing in a couple of my future videos where a proper linear power supply is required. So yeah, that is that's about it. That is about my what to say, nostalgic power supply that still is still close to my heart. Yeah. Thanks for watching. See you in another video.